Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of RimWorld. In the last episode we just started setting some hunting going and our poor marksman is not really a good marksman at all. Going up against possibly the slowest moving creature, they are failing pretty badly. And you can't tell them to engage at a certain range as far as I know. Which is a bit of a shame, but he will get there eventually. When he's not shooting at the tortoise, he's shooting at the emu. And these will eventually bleed to death if you bring up their health. You can see that they do have like a time limit after they've been shot and start bleeding. And likewise, the tortoise isn't going to die anytime soon, but he's got one bit of prey at least. We have successfully butchered stuff. Ooh, this is not powered. Why is this not powered? That's why we're not producing anything. Okay, so let's get some power conduit. Because the battery isn't connected, that's why. Can I just tell it to reconnect? There we go. It's powered now. Well, that was a bit of a mistake. Kevin should hopefully run in and start immediately cooking because we desperately need food. Now, all these things that we're going to be going around killing and hunting and stuff are actually pretty good because it's going to be giving us leather. One thing that we want to do once we've got this trap area set up is we're going to get our crafting bit set up as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to designate another area to be mined out. And we will start moving people into the mountain. Now, really, I want to have, let's say, 5x5 rooms for crafting. So we'll do them 7x7 so that there's enough space for a decent wall around them. In fact, no, we don't want that one. Let's cancel that square. We'll get that bit mined first, and we'll see how that goes. We'll also mine this. Oh, a raid is coming in. Okay. A group of pirates from the Merchants of Tyranny have arrived. That is an awesome name. They're going to attack immediately. Okay, so it's one person. Let's have a look at their gear. They're carrying a shiv, so they're probably not that much of a threat, but they are going to be coming in from over this side. So they're probably going to come down this way. We'll let Ricky get a little bit closer. What's Cameron doing? You're hauling wood. No, no. You're getting drafted and you're coming back this way. Speaking of drafting, let's draft the others as well. So everyone's been drafted. Everyone, get your ass to here, and we'll prepare for this person to attack. So Kevin's already taking pot shots. They're going to try and take cover as they come in, which makes them harder to hit, but hopefully, once they get a little bit closer, go for it. Kevin's already taken an injury. He's been shivved. But we win. Alright, we're going to undraft people and we're going to get Kevin some medical aid. So, undraft. Kevin, you go to the medical bed and rest until healed. Who is our doctor? Our doctor is, in fact, Kevin. So we're going to have to get someone who is not quite as good at it to look after them. Your medicine skill is 3, so you're going to be our secondary doctor. Now, unfortunately, the sheriff died. Otherwise, we would be able to potentially capture them and recruit them. We can mark that as unforbidden. It also means that because Kevin is in bed, we're not getting anyone cooking at the moment, which could potentially cause us some issues. We've gotten a little bit of food already prepared, so I'm not too worried about that. Cameron, don't do that. Prioritize tending to Kevin. What I might do is I might get Ricky cooking as well. He won't be good at it, but it will end up being slightly better than having no one doing it. So how's Kevin doing? He's not in any immediate danger. His wounds have been patched, so he should heal up pretty quickly. Oh wow, he's already healed up and he's happy. Alright. Cool. Well, he'll go to work. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set a little corpse pile over here, actually. Let's go zone, stockpile. 5x5 should do for most of our things. And this is only going to take human corpses. And they should hopefully get that hauled out the way so we don't have to look at its horrible rotting body. Yeah, Kevin's going to take it right round. Okay, bit of butchering going on with Ricky. That's pretty good. Hopefully Ricky will then do something useful. What are you doing, Ricky? You're going to bed. Now, that's not particularly useful, but I understand the need for sleep. Kevin's getting a bit of joy in before the end of the day, and Cameron is also going to bed. Right, let's actually set you being trained for everything. Depending on the level of intelligence of your tamed animals, you can train them to even haul or become attack creatures so that they charge around and defend you to the best of their ability. We'll set those to auto rearm for the moment. Yeah, Kevin has fully healed. Alright, that's pretty good. I mean, there will still potentially be old gunshots and scars that people develop over time, and gradually they'll end up being weakened because of ongoing pain and things, which is a bit of a shame, but unless we replace them with bionic versions of themselves, there's not really a great deal we can do for that. That's supposed to be deconstructed at some point, but there's still more construction going on, so I'm not expecting to see that for a while. And as for mining, that is all down to Cameron. Let's actually put Ricky on it as well. No, we want Ricky to be doing the hunting. Yeah, Ricky is our primary food creator, is the general plan. With the number of corpses that we've got in here, I might actually just get Ricky to make a whole ton of food first and then go out hunting afterwards. So as soon as Ricky wakes up... Where's Kevin cooking? Oh, cool. Job done. See? Efficiency in a colony. And butchering as well. So Ricky's going to grab some breakfast. In fact, everyone's grabbing breakfast. Unfortunately, the worse you are at cooking, I mean, the worse meal you end up producing. There's no two ways around it. If you suck, you're going to make, salmonella on toast. In fact, thinking about it, I should probably turn off the obedience training just for the moment. Just because it's going to end up using up some of our food, and our food supplies are very low. We've managed to make enough so that we've still got 3 days worth of food, so I'm not too worried about it, but we do need to start building up stocks ready for winter. At the moment we are still in spring, but if we don't get a good amount by winter, we will potentially be in trouble. Right, the other thing I'm going to do is... If I go to the architect area, I can expand the build roof area over this with the sandbags, which when they get built, it'll now get a little roof over it. And I'm going to set this as the weapons stockpile. So storage, clear all, and that's going to have just weapons. Weapons and clothing, why not? And in fact, that's going to be the preferred one. Butchering straight away. Okay, Kevin, what are you doing? You're relaxing socially. Well, that's allowed. Got to keep your morale level up. Once you've done that, we'll get you cooking. Yeah, Kevin and Cameron are about equivalent for being cooks, so there's not much in it for who is who. Seeing as there's a hare right in the room, we may as well mark it for hunting. And how are these doing? 53% grown, 91% grown, so rice is nearly ready. Mark that for hunting as well. We're basically just queuing up a whole bunch of food at the moment. Make sure that our supplies are nice and replenished. We don't have a huge amount of wood at the moment, so I might have to get some more of that. Cutting. Right, where is chopped wood? Get any of that, and get that. That should put us in good stead for wood for quite a while. Cool, we're up to 13 food. We're still pretty damn low. I mean, I'd like that to be up to 75 so that we don't have to worry about it too much. But we've got some medicines, we've got some food, we've got some tortoise meat ready to be cooked once we get something else to go with it. It's not a grand lifestyle, but it'll work. And the people seem to be working well together at the moment. Once they've got all that figured out and sorted, actually let's have a look at power. Yeah, we're still waiting on that to be constructed. Once they've got all that sorted, we can look at expanding the colony, doing the crafting stuff, and also starting our research off. But really, we do need to get the food situation sorted first. What I really want is another person. That would certainly make things a bit easier at the moment, or faster. Not easier. It would make it faster. So it's nice and toasty indoors at the moment. 27 degrees all around here. As for outside, in fact, what we could also do is we could put a door across here, put a door there and there, turn this into like a big communal area. As it gets closer to winter, I probably will do that just so that we can keep this counting as air quotes indoors and work on equalizing the temperature out. Because it's going to get very cold outside. So another day's passed and we've put up quite a bit of food stores. It does feel like it takes a lot of time for very little benefit, but that's because our people aren't really trained in it at the moment. Let's have a look at their needs just to see what we've got. Awful bedrooms, ugly environments, generally feeling bad. That's not too bad. Ugly environment, in a bit of pain, feeling terrible, greedy for an impressive bedroom. Ugly environment, awful bedroom, feeling bad. So people are just generally upset because the place looks a bit ramshackle. Which, to be fair, it is. I mean, it's a RimWorld colony from crash-landed people. They're not expecting it to be amazing, though, which is why we do have that slight mood boost. But, yeah, it could be better. Certainly could be better. Just to have a check, this room's nice and clean. So this is actually probably the least bad bedroom at just 0.0. If we get some crafting, we could get some statues or something in there, some sculptures, and that'll make people feel a bit better about it. Also, as things get hauled around, that'll just generally look a bit better as well. Has that been roofed over yet? Yes, it has. We still don't have the sandbags, so I might prioritise them, actually. Cameron, you're getting a simple meal. Once you're done with your breakfast, we'll get you to prioritise these sandbags. Because he should be able to run through these pretty quickly, and that can make a huge difference for us to be able to defend ourselves. You missed one, mate. I mean, it's not massively bad, but if you're going to do a job, do it properly, please. Right, let's... no, we do need to deconstruct that. Let's get a different one up over here. So furniture, torch lamp, that can just go in that corner. Cool. That was a good shot. 2 gunshots destroyed its right lung. Good job, Ricky. Ricky is hopefully going to be improving as this goes on. So shooting skill is currently 4. Yeah, he's doing all right. He doesn't have a passion for it, but getting better with every shot. Also, they'll be getting better at cooking with every shot, which is probably the more important thing. We are out of wood, so we're going to need some more wood sooner rather than later. Who's currently set to that? Does plant cut count for it? I assume it probably does. So everyone could. When they're not obviously having joy time. Joy time. Nothing wrong with it, of course. Get you marked for hunting. Let's hunt a raccoon as well. Because we need all the food coming in all the time. Certainly while these are finishing up. Ooh, cool. These are ready for harvesting, actually. Let's go. Let's do it from the orders thing. Harvest those. How are the potatoes doing? 62%. They've got a while to go. Heel root's got a long way to go as well. It's not in the best growing conditions. You can have a look at the growth rate. Partly that's because it's getting late in the day. And there is a lot of vomit around, which is not going to make people happy at all. All that food poisoning. Oh, guys. This place is just going to turn into an absolute smorgasbord of vomit and animal parts. It can't be sanitary. It can't be sanitary at all. Still, they are getting through stuff. Cameron, I actually want you to prioritise cutting some trees rather than mining. More butchering happening. More butchering happening. Now let's focus Cameron on the cutting actually. It's a sleeping hare. No chance of hitting it, and he was still trying. I mean, you got to give it to him. It's pretty baller attempt just going at it like that, but no. Realistically, that's not going to work. Alright, everyone's going to bed. Another day is done. Now, if we can get a little bit more efficient with some of our hunting, it's going to make it a bit easier for us to defend ourselves as well. That's one of the things that I'm quite looking forwards to. Yeah, Cameron kind of needs to be doing everything at the moment because he's the one that can do all the construction. He's the one that can do all the cutting. What I might do is I might switch people over a little bit and get Kevin doing some of the oak cutting just to help. We'll see what Kevin's going to be doing when he wakes up. Probably grab some food, throw up a little bit. Hopefully nothing too wild. It's nearly first thing in the morning. And what's Ricky unhappy about at the moment? Very joy deprived and urgently hungry. A lot of that will be from throwing up. Yeah, geez, food level is low. He'll feel better after a good night's sleep, though. So, Kevin, what are you doing? You're cooking a simple meal. Best carry on doing that. In fact, let's have a look. His cooking is 4. He has a passion for it, so hopefully he's going to get better. 3, 9, 5, 7, 4, 4, 6. That's not too bad, actually. So he should move up sooner rather than later. Stop cleaning vomit. Go and cut that oak tree. We'll see if we can get this all finished off. Ooh. Oh, we've got steel down here as well. That's going to be pretty good for us. Cameron, you can come over here and help with cutting. In fact, who is set to... we can get Ricky... Prioritize harvesting them. We'll just force his priority at the moment. Get some of these done, because these are going to allow for quick and simple meals to be made. Right, Cameron, what are you doing? You're digging at granite? No, let's get you doing that. In fact, what we'll do is we'll drop your mining down at the moment to 4. You shouldn't be doing it unless you've done everything else, and that includes cutting plants for the moment. There we go, that's going to make things a lot more efficient. Although, while you're taking it around that, I suppose because the pathfinding is a little bit peculiar. Now, standing near the corpse, he's probably not going to be that happy, because he can see the rotting corpse. We could bury it, but I don't think he's going to be coming over this side very often at all. That's only dead for a day. We can unforbid that, and we'll grab that and bring it back as well. Yeah, seeing the path that they're actually taking everyone, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel all that cutting. And I'm going to redo some cutting over here. That'll make them a bit more efficient. And we'll do anything that's in this area that's fine. And even a couple up there. There we go. Our food supplies are looking a lot healthier now. It doesn't take much. We should still have time to do another growing season as well. Although I'm not convinced that Cameron's going to be doing a good job at actually making meals. But he seems to be putting them away quite well. Let's have a look at them. Now, they're refrigerated. 7 degrees in here. Is that because the door keeps being opened? I suspect it's because the door keeps being opened. So we might need to get another cooler in just to make sure that that stays cold in there. Let's actually get that going now. So, cooler there next to the original one. Yeah, this is going to be much more efficient. Although he's gone and opened that up without actually finishing the job. Good job, Cameron. You know, make sure that the food spoils overnight. Way to go. Way to go. Kevin's up to 5 cooking now. Pretty good, pretty good. Strong amateur. Whip up some, like, rice souffle or something. A simple meal, raccoon meat, rice, hare meat. Not refrigerated, so it is going to go bad pretty quickly. Now, hopefully, with our food supplies being sorted out, our defense being sorted out over here, we'll be in a strong position for defending any raids that come in. We can actually start working on building some stuff to trade, make ourselves a bit more appealing. Maybe even get a research station going. Cool, these have been re-sown as well. Now sowing things actually does improve their mood, depending on who it is that's actually done it. Anyone specifically? No. No, you're very joy deprived though. Ricky is not having a good time of it. He's got the same amount of joy as everyone else, so hopefully it's just because he's been a little bit unfortunate with what he's been doing. Now, different items do spoil at different rates, so it's important to pay attention to that. These potatoes are 71% grown, and here it is 42% grown. So we've got good food stocks coming up again soon enough. I think I've got the priorities dialed in right so that we focus on the food before expansion, which is probably the right way to do things. Don't get sick, don't get sick, don't get sick. Alright, everyone's stomachs are getting a little bit stronger. I think that's what we're taking away from this. Cool. Secondary cooler is in place, and we want the target temperature to be -3 like the other one was. Cool. That's already helping massively. It could be because I built the shelf in front of that. I don't know specifically, but it's cold enough in here now that we don't have to worry about our food going bad. We're learning as we go, people. We're learning as we go. Just a reminder, this is RimWorld. It's a colony sim, and it is absolute tons of fun, or at least I'm loving this. We're going to be running this as a pretty long series on the channel. I reckon at least 10 episodes, maybe more if I'm really enjoying it at that point. But seeing as I got it recently and I was liking it, I thought I'd show it off with you guys. Right, we've got a fire. Fire can be really dangerous. It's the middle of a thunderstorm, so it should go out pretty quickly. If that was in our home area, I would get people set to... Oh, it is actually in our home area. To go and put it out. Ricky has a minor break risk. And I think we should probably tell him to start doing some fun things. So Ricky, let's give you some joy in the morning, some joy in the afternoon. Let's see how that works for you. We might have to build a roof over this. Let's watch his mood actually increasing. There we go. Harvesting berries. These are going to make for more good food and other fun things. Obviously being outside in the rain is not exactly ideal for everyone, but they're doing alright. Cool, and we've got a lot of wood coming in now. Far more efficiently than when they were having to run all the way round to the other side. Now wood itself does deteriorate, but it doesn't deteriorate at a rate that we really care about. Okay, how is this looking? 35 out of 75, so yeah, I was just about to say they should be cooking more things up. Right, let's put you back to work there, and I think we'll give everyone a mid-morning break just to keep morale up a little bit. Wow, it is hot outside. It's 34 degrees. This is a incredibly hot area that we've decided to land in. Kevin, what are you doing? You're hauling wood the long way round. Yeah, the AI pathfinding doesn't seem to be... Oh, is that because that's grown up in the middle? That might be the case. That might be what's happened there. At which point, actually, let's get some wood floors going underneath this to prevent that happening in the future. And tomorrow, when everyone's awake and back to working, we'll get that tree cut down. In fact, with our food priorities up, we can actually probably reprioritize Cameron onto mining. So let's have a look at our work priorities. We'll bring that down to a 2. And summer is here. Everything is good. We need to make sure that our food is kept cold, which it is. And we need to stock up on as much food as possible before winter, which is what we're trying to do. So just having a look around. Oh wow, that is a nasty forest fire. So fire can quite easily decimate colonies. This should hopefully burn itself out before it gets too close to us. We've got that water protecting us there. Over here, there's not actually that much once it gets down to here, so we should be safe from it, I reckon. We're in a pretty good place. But that can... yeah, that's going to cause a whole world of hurt. I wonder if the raccoon is going to burn to death in its sleep. It's entirely possible. The raccoon and the squirrel are the 2 things that I'm most worried about at the moment. They're asleep, and oh, the raccoon is on fire. He's in pain, burn scars. That's now a fire squirrel. It's in severe pain, it's injured. It's not going to burn to death though, although actually it might. Yeah. Wow. Alright, fire dangerous. Fire very dangerous. That is nasty. Really nasty. I'm hoping my people are slightly more intelligent than that for how they're going to be doing stuff. Right, you're cutting that tree down. We can walk past the tree, so hopefully with that done, they're going to be able to go back and forth without having to go through the fire. Oh, the fire's putting itself out because of the rain. Good. I was a little bit worried that we would just charge blindly in. You never can tell with people. I mean, you tell them to do a job and sometimes they just do it in the silliest way possible. And we could actually hold that door open. Cameron is not happy. Why are you not happy? Oh, because you went round and saw the corpse. Of course. And there is a fire. Alright, this is one that we definitely need to put out. I don't think we can get the dog to do it. The rain will help. There we go. Job done. Very hot environment plus lightning equals easily combustible. And maybe I should wall that in so that if they do go past it, they don't end up seeing it. I'm hoping that they don't go over that way very often. Cameron and Kevin are both pretty bad at the moment. In a little pain. Hot. Yeah. It is pretty unpleasant. Still, he can go and stand inside the cooler if he really wants. You're cleaning the rubble over there. That's fine. I mean, it's going to make it look a bit nicer, but then you have the wrong way back round. I think it can't pathfind back through this way. That's a bit of a shame. what I might have to do then is set this so that it is not the home area anymore. So let's go to zone area, clear home area, and we're going to say that this is not part of the home anymore. Don't worry about it, don't do anything with it, and just focus on your regular tasks. Alright, bringing some berries home. Yeah, we don't want to do too much hunting at the... Oh, the hell is that? That's a mega sloth. Holy wow. It looks pretty happy. I bet there's a lot of meat on that. We don't want to do too much hunting now because we do want to save some for winter. These are almost ready to harvest, but it's still going to be another couple of days at least, I reckon. Kevin's going around tidying up, making sure that everything's nice and clean for us. I think we'll get another light down here, though. Let's go... Structures door, and just inside we will put a standing lamp for now. These are, of course, going to be boxed up into their own rooms for various bits of construction. And what I'll probably do is I'll probably put stockpiles nearby to help that so that they don't end up ferrying stuff quite as far. But we'll see how the assignment goes. Overall, it's going alright. I mean, people aren't particularly happy with anything that's going on, but they're not particularly dissatisfied either. Minor break risks now and then, but our people are a little bit neurotic. So yeah, we still need to get him a better bedroom, but we can just stack nice stuff in there and that'll make him happy. Yeah, you're pretty comfortable, still got low expectations, and yeah, you're just happy actually. Is your place clean enough that it's, yeah, 0.0. So you don't think the environment's too nasty at all anymore. That's really, really good. It's certainly going to help us out a lot. And the other thing we can do is we can build another solar generator so that we can build up more power during the daytime. And as we expand, we're definitely going to need that. So I'm going to get one queued up now. And then as we expand further in here and get more bits and bobs, we will not put a massive drain on our stuff. Okay, so we've got a new colonist arriving. A factory worker named Gerasim Bowen calls from nearby. He's being chased by pirates and merchants of tyranny. Begs for safety. He's 44 years old. Yeah, let's accept him in. Oh my god, is he naked? He's got go juice. He's an optimist. He's got a green thumb. And he's jealous. He's incapable of any... He's a pacifist, so he's our animal trainer. That's actually alright. Animal trainer / doctor. Okay, so we're going to get you... Not to grab... In fact, yeah, you may as well bring that all the way down, because you're going to come around this way, which is the right way. We're going to have to prepare for that raid as it comes in. And there they are. So who have we got coming in? We've got Rebecca, who has a knife, and we've got Jesse, who's got a club. So you're going to... Oh, you can't do violence. Right. Yeah, you're going to come down here then. And we're going to draft everyone else. Sorry guys, going to have to wake you up. And we will get you into here. Let's do you one at a time. You can go on that side, and Cameron can come in the middle. So what are these guys doing? If you click on them, it'll tell you specifically what they're doing. They're going after Gerasim, and they're going after Gerasim. Okay. Are they still going up? No, they're going after Cameron. Good. So these are going to start taking pot shots. So having a look at Cameron, 9.9% chance to hit. Having a look at Ricky, 29% chance to hit. That is much better. Let's get that cleared. Ooh, that looked like it hit. Gunshot wound to the right hand. Okay, Kevin, you might be about to jump in. Okay, so Rebecca is dead. Yeah, fire at Jesse. Cameron, fire at Jesse. And melee attack Jesse. So Ricky is a little bit injured. Wow. Jesse is also dead. Gunshot wounds at close range. Yeah, that was definitely a thing that happened. Let's arrange for them to be stripped. Ricky, you're going to go to the medical bed. And we do need another colonist bed, don't we? So Gerasim is going to end up... In fact, let's take this off for prisoners. We'll assign this to Gerasim for the moment. And we will unforbid the various weapons. Eventually, I think we'll be able to smelt them down. But for now, yeah, they're not that brilliant. Yeah, take the bodies away. We don't want to see them. And good job, everyone. How is Ricky doing? It's got a knife wound to the neck. It's been tended to. That's the important thing. And the new person is thankfully properly tending to them. So what are we going to do with you? You've got animals, you've got medicine, you've got good construction actually. So you're the primary handler. You're the primary doctor. Set the basic things up first. We'll make Kevin the person that actually recruits. And yeah, you can also do that. There we go. Now you're unhappy at being nude. We could get you some clothes. He's going to be unhappy wearing stuff that a dead person was wearing, but he'll be less unhappy wearing anything than wearing nothing. Let's have a look at our power links. We'll bring a power conduit down to here, and that will hopefully get power to that point there. In fact, while I think about it, we'll put that door in that I mentioned, that one, and we'll get another one down there for good measure. It's actually going to be quite convenient having Gerasim helping with the construction. It should speed things along quite a lot for us. And once this bit's indoors, they're going to roof it over quite nicely. And that'll protect it all from the elements. So let's actually put some wood floors down. Make sure that the doors have actually got wood floors under them as well. I'm sure they probably do, but it's always worth double checking. Okay, Kevin still has a minor break risk. What's up, Kevin? He observed a corpse. He's in a bit of pain. He's hot. It's an ugly environment. And he observed a rotting corpse because he hauled stuff across. So, overall, Kevin's just in a bit of a bad mood, but it should be alright. This place will end up looking a lot better, and everyone should be happier with it once it's done. Let's get some light in the corridor. Seeing as we've closed it all off from the outside. And this place is coming along quite nicely. There we go. A little bit of light indoors just so people don't have to feel like they are running around in the dark. We'll take that off a medical bed and we will set that to garrison. We'll put these onto medical beds for now. And if we eventually capture someone, then we can turn it into a prison temporarily. But for now, we don't need to. This defensive area thing seemed to work quite well. It'd be nice to have more ranged weapons. It'd be nice to have people that are better shots and people that actually are willing to fight. But for what it is, we're doing all right, I'd say. That's the other thing we want to do. We want to get him on the same work regimen as everyone else. Alright, our colonists are up to 4. As I said earlier, this is RimWorld. I'm absolutely loving it, and we're going to be running a bit of a series of it. If you are liking it, then do remember to give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of it, actually. I've always been a fan of colony sims like this, going all the way back to Dwarf Fortress and other similar things like that. Prison Architect was also a lot of fun while it was in early alpha. I haven't played it in a while, though. If you do want to see more, then of course make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. You'll be notified when the videos go up. But I'm going to finish this episode there. So join me again next time when we carry on and see how our 4th member of the team pans out in the long run. I'll see you soon.